My yard can get awful noisy. You know, I start talking, the roosters start crowing, the geese respond with the roosters, so they start doing their thing, and the guinea aloud, and you know, I start talking, and they all seem to gravitate right toward me. So when the snow is gone, and if I'm still making these videos, I'll probably go in one direction or the other here and just go away from the house and in the woods and set up and record from there. And you know, you won't have to be distracted by the birds, and I won't be hollering into the camera at 3 feet away. And you know, folks, if it ever got real to the point where you had to make sure that you didn't attract any attention, some people think that they can go around and shoot their meat to eat. You know, shoot a rabbit, shoot a partridge, shoot a deer, whatever is needed for meat out in the wild. And things got that serious. If you were to shoot an animal to feed your family out in the wild, or even in your own yard, that's going to draw attention, because if things got that bad, probably there's not going to be much traffic around, so everything's going to feel quieter. So if people are struggling and you are just trying to feed your family, and you go out and let's say you shoot a deer, let's just say a deer. If you shoot once, they might not be able to pinpoint your location. If you shoot twice, they're going to pinpoint your location. They can hone right in that direction, about how far. Because the wind speed and the terrain is going to make a big difference there. But if they were also hungry and they heard a gunshot, more than likely they're going to look you up, go in the direction of where they heard that noise, right? There's other ways, but you know, shooting is you don't have to be right on top of it. You can shoot it from a distance, and you know, you hunters out there, you know, if you have geese and guinea and roosters like I do, if it ever got that bad, the roosters would be the first to go here, because their vocals can carry for a long ways, and you don't want people to know that you've got food walking around your place. The geese, same way. You can hear a goose from a long ways away. That's going to announce that you have food, you at least have meat. So the roosters would be the first to go, and then the geese. The guinea are loud, but they don't carry. Their voice isn't as strong, and it's a different decibel than like a goose or a rooster. But they are noisy, so I would have to thin some of them out. And when it came right down to it, folks, you might have to just keep the birds that are going to give you eggs. Now, I raise Muscovy ducks. Muscovy ducks are 98% fat-free. They're all red meat. On a 3-month-old male Muscovy, which is my preferred eating range, their breasts are they're at least 12 inches long, and they're about 3.5 inches wide, and they're a good 2 inches thick. and you cut them into steaks, there's a lot of meat on a Muscovy breast. Then you've got two breasts on a Muscovy, and then you've got the legs and a little bit on the wings, and then you've got the carcass, right? Muscovies are very, very, very quiet. They lay a lot of eggs during their season. And you can have male and female Muscovy because they're both quiet. So you can allow them to breed and hatch out for ongoing. Rabbits are quiet, about like a Muscovy. I think rabbits are even quieter than a Muscovy. But they breed, and I don't see much difference between rabbits and Muscovies as far as, you know, litter and hatching. They just, you know, breed like rabbits. Well, I call it breed like Muscovies because they're about the same. So those two are very quiet animals to have. Hens will make noise, but they're chickens, except for the roosters, are pretty quiet. So, and I'm sure there's others out there that are quiet, that'll give you meat that won't draw attention to you. So, if anything were to happen and I didn't want to announce, you know, if somebody was walking up and down the road way out, or happened to start walking down side roads to see what they can get, the geese, the roosters would definitely go, and probably a lot of my guinea will go. So that's something to think about. You know, maybe look for the quieter animals that will, you know, like rabbits that will keep giving you meat and babies, and Muscovies that'll do the same thing. Because when it comes right down to it, you're not going to want to announce that you have meat. Because if you're starving, if you're hungry, or your children are hungry, and you hear a rooster, you're going to hear a rooster a whole lot faster than somebody that's got a full belly. And they're going to want that rooster. They're going to want that goose. And after dark, both are easy to catch, right? Roosters are on the roost, and the geese are down under in the coop. So, just something to think about. Something to think about. Now, to me, a dog barking carries a long ways, about like a rooster and about like a goose. So, to me, even though a goose is a pretty good alarm system, and so isn't a dog, sometimes you just have to do away with whatever attracts somebody to your place.